The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Power Trading Hour, with your host, David White. Now, the author of The Path of Least Resistance and the Tech Insider, David White.
And welcome to another wonderful edition of the Power Trading Hour with me, your humble, lovable, and squeezably soft host, David White, at the headquarters of Technical Trading and Investing, TFNN.com. And, of course, I think you're just about out of time. I should have some ticking sounds going on here now. But almost out of time. You need to sign up. Was it already over? Was it at noon today? I think it was. I think maybe it's noon tomorrow. Anyway, you're almost out of time it was over at noon today. Ooh, well, you guys have missed it then. If you haven't signed up for the trading contest, of course we had, not 1 minute after it. I thought it was. I thought for some reason it was tomorrow, but that was it. I think I probably said yesterday. Today was it. But these days just keep flying by. Anyway, we'll be looking forward to that. And I think, 10 o'clock Sunday night, it opens up. And you can check out on the TFNN.com page. But I think when the markets open Sunday night, you can have at it. And they're going to be giving away $3,000 as the top prize, $10,000 overall, and a lot of other stuff. But I guess if you snooze, you lose. And the time has come and gone for that. So we'll probably be talking a lot about that. And good luck to the winner. Of course, I am ineligible. And I would like to be able to have that chance to win $3,000 for the top contest. My guess is that with the length of the contest, there's going to be at least a little bit of element in who wins the biggest prize. And a little luck in there won't hurt. Now, when we're looking at the markets today, seeing pretty much the same thing we see every day for the last 30 days, and that is any rally pretty much peters out fairly quickly, no volume to the upside. When you do have moves, you kind of get a little bit of more volume, but normally it's followed next couple of days, and then we make the next move down. Right now we're trading out at 16 at 56, up just about 3 points on the S&P cash. It's like that on the Dow and the NASDAQ for the most part. Not a lot going on. Volume, I think yesterday when we came was 2.2 billion shares. Today it's 2 billion shares. And, of course, we're going up against that huge volume of the down days, and just not going to get anywhere close to that. I look at the consolidated New York Stock Exchange volume, which is tape A and B. If you've been paying attention to the NASDAQ woes, tape C is the NASDAQ, tape A and B is the New York Stock Exchange and the Amex together, and that includes all the ECN volume too, traded off the floor. At night, you'll hear Tom O'Brien giving a number for the New York Stock Exchange floor traded. That's about 25 or 30% of all the shares traded. It is a big enough sample size that it doesn't really matter. But you do want to be comparing apples to apples and oranges. Not apples to oranges, apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Normally, I bet that I'm going to look forward to hearing what he has on the New York Stock Exchange tape. But I'm figuring 3.1, 3.2 billion shares on the consolidated tape, maybe 3.3 at this run rate. And I bet he's talking about maybe 800 million shares on the floor traded. So I imagine it's not going to be a big day for the New York Stock Exchange. Other things are going on in the market today, just fairly quiet. We talked a little bit before we went off the bell yesterday, off the end of the show last week, about Micron Technology. Really had a nice spike into the highs yesterday, and this is just so much of what's happening out here, and that is you do a little turtling or prairie dogging, you stick your head out and you get it shot off, and Micron is trying to break through these highs right around the $15 level, The last one we saw here was August 14th at 1507 with 47 million shares. So yesterday we go through that with 110 million shares. So double the volume. Really can't hold that previous high today. Trying a lot more, and that is all about a big competitor in Japan that had a big fire. Of course, they make memory chips that are on pretty much everything we use these days. I bought lots of memory for my new computer, 16 gigabytes, and it was a rebranded Micron technology chip, I believe. But these, even if they don't have Micron on there, a lot of them are using it. But this super large, high volume volume out here. The other one that you want to be watching on this, and I guess the answer is whether or not that company actually reopens the factory. But at this point, they've had a good run because of a company going out of business. That was Elpedia, and even though I knew it, I didn't put two and two together, so it's going to be one of my fish stories of the ones that got away. I should have recognized what that Elpedia going out of business would do for Micron and SanDisk and a lot of these other manufacturers, but you don't catch them all. But this one had a very good test down here at the lows. Didn't break the lows, but came in with about 30% of the volume, got into that candle. What we're looking at is the July 30th low at $53.09 of 16 million shares. August 27th, 53.80. So what about 71 cents? But 30% of the volume, 50% probably wouldn't have taken it. But this is probably not a bad little bounce, and probably trying to make its way up to the August 2nd high of $59.34. A lot of discussion, and actually someone brought it up in the den about JCPenney. And I think this one's probably going to be making the same kind of rounds as BlackBerry did. That is bringing in a new management, trying to fire as many people as possible, get the overhead down, and make a couple of quarters look pretty good. And what is the answer on that? It is the same thing I've been talking about. That is, you can't have a stock go below $10 anymore. The selling will beget more selling because of the funds and the ETFs that will not have this in their stocks. So you've got to hold this thing up. And the idea is going to be these big bag holders that own this thing around $20 are going to want to push the stock up, talk about lots of stuff, push sales into the previous, into current quarters, stuff the channel as it's called. They'll do everything they can legally and sometimes illegally, but in JCPenney's case, probably illegally. Too many people watching. But they'll do everything they can to get these numbers up for a while so that everybody that was in this thing before it gapped down, when was that? On, this is earnings on, the 28th of February. This thing came down with a monstrous volume of 48, almost 49 million shares. And that is going to be pretty much what everybody's looking at. If they can get it back up there, if they can get out, they'll do it. Now, is this as hopeless as BlackBerry? I don't think so. They've got an okay name. Can they come back? Can they rally this thing up here for a while? But my guess is the only reason to rally this is the people in this thing that are stuck at 20. These funds want to get out at 20 and just write it off and go to the next trade. So I suspect we're probably going to see a lot. The volume is not what I would consider anything that would actually get us too far along with JCPenney, but nice bounce, especially for these people that have been through hell, that have held it. Not, of course, when you're a big fund, there's no selling into a downtrend unless you want the thing actually just to blow apart. Let's see what else we have out here in play. On the COMEX, gold fell $17.60 to $13.7250 an ounce. The current gold contract here is 1370.50 off 1950. Not a surprise. I think we had at least one or two callers, and I thought this thing could easily come back to 1330 or even 1275 or even $1,200. And don't think that it's a big surprise. This thing had a hell of a move. Even if it does a 50% retracement, it's not going to be a big deal. But you got $200 in there. If the thing comes back $100, it's not going to be a big deal out here. Silver holding up a little bit better, just off 14 cents. But we continue to see some of that movement out here, and making it interesting at least. Let's see what else we have moving out here. Platinum's off $13.95 as we speak. Probably, let's say, take a look at here and see if there's anything else that really brings up anything interesting. TI is up, and it's up strongly. So let's take a quick look at that. And that's, of course, they've been approached by key shareholders wanting to exit stakes in TI, according to reports. And this is a Telecom Italia. And so it'd be interesting. Nice little maybe breakaway doji out here, sometimes called the Morning Star or breakaway or abandoned baby. It'd be looking like all those. Nice volume out here. Certainly went into the gap. That gap had a lot of volume, but we're going to have more of that today. Groupon's up very strong. VIX indicator. Oh, you heard the VIX in the background, I take it. The little Vixen. What else do we have out here? Oh, I was looking at it. Groupon. GRPN. This is on an upgrade, but again, you got some decent volume. A lot of people very short this name, and it's like a lot of these fallen angels. New management's come in. They've done everything they can to cut costs. They can make it look a little bit better for a while, but most of these companies that have gotten in trouble here, as well as the economy has been doing, or as well as everybody says it's been doing, if they can't do well now, it is problematic, and probably the same for Groupon. But again, it's easy to cut costs for a while and bring things back. And I think we saw a nice little move in that. Now, what we're getting very close to is this previous high at 1122 that had 91 million shares, and that's exactly what this thing's probably. I mean, we're into that candle right now, and what do we have? 25 million shares. So this thing's probably looking at a opportunity out here. This thing closes below a 3x3 displaced moving average or a 9-day moving average. That'll probably be the end of this move. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute. Give me a call at 877-927-6648. That's 877-927-6648.
Andy Hecht, the host of the Commodities Hour, recently launched his newsletter service, the Technomental Commodity Report, and only 6 weeks in, Andy has already recorded a triple-digit winner. Andy advised his subscribers to purchase a long-term call option at 46 cents on July 11th, and then sent out a special update Friday, August 16th, advising his subscribers to close that position at $1.40. That's a 204% profit in just 5 weeks. The Technomental Commodity Report by Andy Hecht is released each Thursday morning, and right now you can get a month-long free trial to this subscription while locking in the low introductory rate of only $39 a month. Andy Hecht has been a commodities trader for over 3 decades. Let his experience work for you. Sign up for your month-long free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report today at TFNN.com. TFNN is having an open house in the Tiger's Den for 2 weeks, and the best part is that everyone is invited and you just have to be a member at TFNN. The open house in the Tiger's Den has already begun and will last through our week-long virtual trading competition, which ends September 13th. Use this time to exchange trading ideas with other traders in the virtual chat room and to discuss trading strategy. For all the information and to take part in the Tiger's Den open house, log on to TFNN.com today. You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk, charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. Wouldn't it be great if you could get a red light, green light indicator that gives you signals on 25 different futures contracts? Now you can with Taz Signal Box. This red light, green light market profile system dynamically updates 24 hours a day and provides you with important trend and trade signals on 9 different commodities, 9 different indices, and 8 different currencies. Right now you can receive a 2-week free trial to Taz Signal Box. For all the details and to find out how the Signal Box works, visit the front page of TFNN.com. McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a 3-fold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Dave takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
And we come back. We're going to have a few companies out here that are fairly interesting. One that is up and up on volume today is ICICI Bank, which is I think it's an Indian bank. Let me pull up the profile just to make sure. Yeah, banking and financial services to corporate and retail customers in 19 countries. Really big in India, and of course, they're finally coming out of their caves in the financial bunkers of India now that the rupee has been blown apart, and actually going to work on strengthening it. And that news pretty much did it, and closed a little higher yesterday. Lots of volume back in it today, but at least they're going to start doing some stuff to strengthen the rupee. And I guess this ICICI Bank, very sensitive, and you can see how this thing just rolled off at 48.44 not too long ago on the May 17th high, down to basically a 50% haircut. August 28th out here. Boy, pretty vicious and wicked, but a nice bounce, probably a lot of short covering in this name right now. Another stock which I don't know much about because they're not, at least that I can tell, in this area, and I would change my name if I was in a retail company from Cons. Who would want to go buy something from Cons? I looked in the owners and everything. Doesn't look like somebody named Con was ever in it. But they look like a kind of a, what could you call them? Artists? Huh. We've got somebody typing something here. Yeah, I thought it was like con artists, but it's kind of like a like a Renaissance or something. But I don't have enough on that. Maybe someone will call in and tell me what this cons is. They've got 75 stores. Apparently, we're doing fairly well. But August was a month in where everything changed. They ended up not selling a lot of refrigerators, not selling a lot of washers and dryers, and that was their bread and butter along with financing it. And came out with numbers today, down on 5.1 million shares so far today. This thing is blown apart. Going to go right into this gap, I imagine, by tomorrow at 57 to 50, 56, 57, right in there. And this thing is downright ugly for a gap down on a retailer, especially when a market where the S&P's, for the most part, fairly flat. But was the energy off that much? It really wasn't. Didn't give a lot of clues. But you did kind of try for a double top out here. And volume did increase. What it didn't do, just like all the rest of these things, higher volume, pulled back underneath, closed below the previous high on August 14th. And this thing rolled over, of course, on the news. We talked about Groupon. Limited LTD. Take a look at that one real quick. Limited brands, not that much of a movement. It's off about 1.5%. Reported same store sales 2% versus 2.1%. So just off a little bit. But this one looks like it's already pretty much topped out and probably going to be moving back to this $53 level fairly quickly, probably 53, 54. OAS. Take a quick look at this one. Oasis Petroleum, one of the ones getting a little juice out of here today, announced acquisitions of 161,000 net acres in the Williston Basin and the redetermination of its borrowing base to $1.5 billion. So a little bit better cash. Got some more land to drill on. Fastenal. I remember looking at this early in the day. Kind of interesting. Reported July net sales of $282 million. If you've never been in a Fastenal, it is a great and wonderful place for somebody like Tim, the toolman Taylor, and I. All the kind of high-strength nuts and bolts that you could ever shake a stick at. And, of course, I would go there when I was racing and pick up all manner of hardware. But pretty good, higher by 7.8%. Of course, you're out moving machines around in the dirt, building houses. A lot of that stuff's going to break and bust, and you're going to need nuts and bolts to put that stuff together, too, in more business-oriented stuff, but up 6% today. A lot of volume. This thing looks like it's going to come right back up into the low-volume gap, and probably see $50 tomorrow on it if it keeps on going. Looks good. We'll be back in just a minute.
With the stock market flirting with all-time highs and volatility back, now is the perfect time for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights. On Monday, June 24th, Tom O'Brien closed out all 5 open positions in his daily newsletter, Market Insights, with all trades being profitable and ranging from a 2.23% gain all the way to more than an 11% gain in just one position for an incredible 32.7% profit combined between the 5 trades. Let Tom O'Brien's years of market experience work for you. If you'd like to see for yourself what kind of trading newsletter Tom O'Brien delivers to his clients each morning, then now is a perfect time to sign up for a 2-week free trial to his daily newsletter, Market Insights. In a volatile market like we currently have, the potential for fast market moves like we've seen recently is a trader's dream. So don't wait any longer. Sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today at the front page of TFNN.com.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
And, we've got Andy Heck back in the chat room here. I guess he's warming up from his close-up at 3 o'clock where he's going to be talking nothing but commodities. Didn't talk not allowed to talk about anything else. Just commodities. Not a bad business to be in, especially when the markets here in at least the broad markets. He does some stocks too. I'm just kidding out there. But commodities. But nice volume out here. What else are we looking at? I'm looking at the volume here. 2.1 billion shares on the consolidated tape. We've been in this 1 point range on the S&P for, a couple hours here. Not doing much of anything. And I've got some nice shorts out there that are doing some good. Getting back to even on a couple of the less trades. I'll probably take my money off on those today. But one doing pretty good already, up about 6-8% in the last couple of days. So I think we're doing well. Finistar, someone brought it up in the den out here. Again, a lot of these stocks trying to go out there and hit these highs. Second time. FNSR is a symbol on that. 2265, August 7th, hit that high, gapped up, came back to the gap area on just a little less than 1 million shares. So a great buy out there if you bought it at 2030, but this thing went above the previous high yesterday with half the volume, closing back in on that side yet again today. And that's just no. There's no real air really or gas really left in the tank on a lot of these things. They're just moving up here on extremely light volume. Of course, the same kind of volume that's prevailing in these markets. Other than when we have a down movement, we actually get some actual volume in this market. So anyway, I wanted to look at UNG real quick. The gas numbers came out. There was a big build in UNG. What was it at here? I forget what I think it was 67 billion cubic feet or whatever. Big increase. But UNG not really seeing that much out there. Maybe Andy will talk about it during his show on the actual contract. When I look at the ETFs underneath it, still looks to me like it's in an uptrend out here from this $16.60 low from August 8th. And I've been long this one for a little while, and always a good time about the 1st of August. We've shown you those seasonal charts and just how good they point to a low in natural gas almost always around the 1st of August. Of course, that build is not surprising. We've seen the coldest weather in some of the hottest states over the last month. I think August was the coldest month in Georgia. And I don't forget what it was, 50 years or 100 years or something, or maybe all time. Some of the other states are reporting the same thing. And I guess that's probably interesting if you're in the commodities business, but in the power generation business, means that you're probably not burning a lot of natural gas, generating electricities, and most of these plants that actually need to get up to speed very quickly when things like the heat hits in the late afternoon are powered by natural gas and not coal or atomic power, although I think Georgia has a few atomic power plants. But we're going to quietly, we've seen 4 of the atomic power plants closed over the summer by the Obama administration. So it's going to be harder and harder to get up to speed for power generation. And I think natural gas has a good and brilliant future out here as soon as everybody decides that we can build pipelines to actually move that natural gas around the country. And right now, everybody wants natural gas, and everybody's decided that after 12 million miles of pipelines, that suddenly pipelines are evil. And I just don't understand that at all. But nice down move today. Volume, again, not all that high, just back into the candle of a few days ago for UNG. But I think we could see a lot of this back and forth. But as long as we stay above $18, I think at least on UNG, that's probably saying that we're going to be fine on natural gas itself. Now, what else do we have out here? Okay. I wanted to look at a few other stocks. We were talking a little bit about it. I don't talk a lot about the Gartley patterns in the art of timing the trade. I just haven't for a while, mostly because of the way that the CCJ, the way that the market was moving. But I did want to point out one that came out of last night's scan. Just a very interesting out here, especially since I suspect that the United States getting out of the nuclear power business, at least the current administration's made it too painful for most of these people to finish their nuclear power plants, even though some of them have gotten brand new certificates to start building. But Cameco Corporation, CCJ, I think they're Canadian. If you want to see a decent Gartley pattern out here, this is certainly one. One of the reasons I probably didn't take this trade, though, is it does have a high volume X point out here that has not been retested. But if you're looking at one that went from the X to A point on higher energy, that the C point went to the D point, and maybe this thing's got a little bit more room to roll, but D target's at 1855. But this thing, very, very light volume as it goes out here on the other side. And the reason I suspect is just the huge, overwhelming amount of new nuclear power generation in India, Pakistan, and China. They're going to probably build 4 times what we could build, even if we wanted to, over the next 10 years. And I'd keep a close eye on these. These things are kind of bouncing, basing out from going sideways. I know a lot of people just hate anytime you say nuclear power, they go insane and the eyes roll back. It's a visceral nature. But I have a feeling this has a little less to do with the United States and a lot more to do with getting cheap economical power. You go from this to natural gas, probably 2 or 3 times more expensive than nuclear power. But what do you do with the nuclear waste? I can certainly understand that part. A lot of these new power generation facilities in India and China are going to be based not on the technology that built the bomb and the Manhattan Project, but a new thing called a pebble reactor. The pebble reactors use liquid sodium that can, I forget what it is, 600-700 degrees, so it doesn't boil off like water does in our current nuclear reactors, and can't because the actual nuclear material spread out over a very large area. They actually look like some of the water purification plants that you see around there. Those big round things, if you've ever flown over them, and they're always spraying the water over the stones and everything else to purify the water. But very interesting out here. But this is one you like. I wouldn't trade it because of that high volume X point. But when you're looking for ones and how they set up, very interesting out here, especially the light volume all the way back down to this $19 level. And one to keep an eye on because you might want to be looking at other stocks in that same sector. Other things we have going on in the market, I want to look at a few stocks. It's been a very, very light over the last few days about stocks giving any signals up or down. We've been going kind of, for the most part, let me put it that way, sideways. We've got another one out here busting out with light volume. Green Energy Holding Company, YGE, which is a Chinese energy holding company, and they are out of Bioding. Gage's design, development, manufacture, assembly, cell, and installation of photovoltaic, can't even say it, solar cells, photovoltaic cells, and related accessories. These guys have broken back above the $5 range. Yesterday they came in with 12.5 million shares as they broke the last major high out here, which was the May 21st high at $4.83. Looking for any of these stocks actually breaking out with volume right now, and they have not been. Certainly not a short out here at $5, but noticing that a lot of these China companies look like they've come close to topping out. Some of these other companies that are in the retail space, Regis Corporation operates and franchises hairstyling and hair care salons for men, women, and children. I thought this had something to do with the retail space, but I'll have to look that up later. This thing had a high volume low at 15.79 on October 26th, and still missed it by 2 cents just after on November 9th of last year. But we are finally down and going through that level. Of course, you had 5.7 million shares. Just show you how these things do eventually come back, whatever it takes, even if it takes a year. These things will come back and retest these high volume lows, and that's what this one's done. Now, granted, the energy, not all that exciting coming back down here, but this thing may have a 25% trading range, 20, let's call it 20, somewhere between these 15.50 levels and certainly the $19 level, mid-19 level, where this thing's been bouncing around for a while. Let's take just a little longer view of this thing. Yeah, got a nice gap right about 19.45 to $20.20. And let's see, go back a little bit farther. That is interesting. Yeah, gap down on the November 16th of 2010 on 5 million shares. So not insurmountable, but nice trading range out here, at least for that. Now, let's see what else we have out here. You can give me a call at 877-927-6648. Let's see what else. Go a little bit closer here. Got a little bit of a ledge out here. Pendrell Corporation, PCO. Let's take a quick look at that one. If you're into playing these energy, actually a little bit more. But we are seeing some of these stocks have been kind of beaten up on a little bit. Try to make a bottom. August 9th low was $1.88, 1.3 million shares. As we went through that, we've had about a fourth of that volume. Actually, one day you had 600,000 shares, so 50%. On the low day where it went down, busted that 188, went to 184. On the third, this thing had 300,000 shares. So got to compare 1.3 million shares to 300,000 shares. Like I said, none of these things are really getting up and going, which tells me that it's probably a bigger issue with the broad markets than this stock itself. But we are having some stocks, especially in this fall range. You can find a lot of these $1, $2 stocks if they base out. A good way to make 100% on your money if you can find these things with the right chart patterns. Only takes a couple of these to really do well. What are we doing out here? Let me update my price and volume here. I tell you what, the volume is all but stopped. 2.2 billion shares, and this is nothing. This really looks interesting out here. Going sideways with absolutely no volume. Going to be interested. Okay. Let me clean a few things up here as we look. Pendrell Corporation profile. Intellectual property investment advisory and asset management firm in the United States. It develops and implements strategies to create, acquire, and commercialize IP assets. Sounds to me like a patent troll. I guess if you wanted to get into the ground floor patent patrols, that sounds like maybe that would be it. Plains All-American Pipelines. We talked a little bit about the pipeline business. This thing looks like it's gotten very close to bottoming out also. And, of course, the longer that the current EPA pushes for zero pipeline development here in the United States, that it's going to be problematic. But not too bad. Anyway, I'm looking at the June 24th low out here at $50.15. 2.5 million shares. We've gotten through that in the last few days, 740,000 shares, 1.2 million shares, so 50% of that yesterday. And we've got into that today with, 800,000 shares so far. Not a bad little trading range. It looks like probably you want this thing to close back above 50. And that's not going to be too tough. Let's last, still low, open, close, $50. Going to be close. Keep an eye on that one. PAA, this thing closes back in the trading range. Probably want to be looking at pipeline companies also. We'll be back in just a minute. You can always give me a call at 877-927-6648.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pazavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
On Wednesday, August 14th and Thursday, August 15th, Tom O'Brien advised his Gold Report subscribers to close out 6 of their 9 open positions, all winning trades ranging from a 10.6% profit to an incredible 48% profit in just one equity. And all 6 of those winning trades had been initiated no earlier than just the previous month. With the 600th weekly Gold Report issue fast approaching, Tom O'Brien brings an incredible wealth of knowledge and experience to the gold market and the equities within the industry. That's almost 12 years since this powerful newsletter first began, and right now you can get a 30-day free trial to the Gold Report by visiting TFNN.com. Make sure you're a subscriber, as this volatile gold market provides trading opportunities after declining all the way from $1,900 to under $1,200 an ounce in only 2 years. Get your 30-day free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting TFNN.com. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
What's the one thing that pulls people back from the breakthrough that they're moving towards? What's the only thing that really stops people from taking action? You and I both know the answer, and sure, we can come up with the reasons why we're not where we want to be, but the only reason that we don't do more with our life is fear. Or if you're an overachiever, call it stress. Simply put, there's something that happened to us in our past that's holding us back from the life we deserve, yet you and I are okay, we're here. So why should we let our past control our future? Exactly. We shouldn't. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and when it comes to your trading and investing, I can help you overcome your fear of loss. Together, we'll turn weakness into strength with a system I've developed called Mastering Probability. I'll teach you how to make your money work harder for you than you do for it. I'll teach you the tools that provide financial freedom. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com, click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and begin your journey of mastering probability risk-free. It's time to become a pioneer of your future versus a prisoner of your past.
Join Andy Hecht as he teaches you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
And as we come back, I'm going to look at a couple more stocks out here. It's got a nice move in the dollar index. I suspect this thing's going to race right up to about $84 over the next week or so. And then we're going to see whether this thing is going to break out. But certainly looks like Euro is trying to take a race to the bottom. And certainly some of the comments out there from the EU president is making everybody think that there's no higher interest rates coming from them soon, and certainly probably going to print some more cash over there. But up 45 cents to 82.66. Going to look at MyTech Systems. This is a company that is software-based, and what they do is write applications for smartphones and ATMs to scan checks and automatically deposit them, and also notice the amounts on the check and automatically put them in. think everybody's either gone to an ATM or taken a picture of a check by now. This is the company that's behind them. Rolled over. Oh, we got a quick phone call, and I got about 3 minutes, so we probably ought to get to it. Hang on just a second here. It's Alex in Denham, Massachusetts. How you doing today, Alex?
Good, thanks, Dave. How you doing?
Great. So what is this ZHNE?
Zone Technologies.
Yep. What do these guys do?
Let me check on this. This is one of these stocks I had. You probably know about as much of it as me.
Yeah, they're a communications network manufacturer. Wireless cable operators worldwide, offers a single line multi-service architecture which provides support for voice over IP and IP entertainment. Basically, these guys, when you get internet now, they're always offering you phone for like $20 more a month. And that is the business that these guys are in. They make a lot of that equipment that gets sold to Time Warner or Verizon or Sprint and puts all that stuff together so you can have voice over internet protocol added to your internet account. But go ahead.
No, I was just wondering what you thought of this company. I know it's a low price, and they've had a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, I mean, boy, if this thing could get back and work its way back down to what, about $1.30, $1.25, that would be great. I mean, eventually the thing's going to come back and fill that gap, and if it can do it on light volume, you know, you may have another double or triple in your cap. You got a nice high volume high out here. This is the kind of one you're going to have to stock for a long time, but you know, this thing took off with the volume back on what is that, the 18th of June or July, excuse me, and I just never really looked back. You know, it's kind of, I think it's just going to sit here and make ABCs down for a little while on lighter volume to come back in this, but a good business. Unfortunately, one of the things you should know about this business, since I was sold to those same people like Time Warner and everything else, and that is the business can be extremely lumpy. You get a lot of orders this quarter or this first half of the year and then nothing the second half of the year. And so, you know, we could see this thing operating like a heartbeat monitor, just boom, 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 which is some good trading. But just remember that anybody in this field, it isn't like they have 400 customers or 1,000 customers. They're probably going to have 10 customers that they can sell this stuff to. And that's always means that you're going to have a stock on the move. Either they're selling a lot more or they're probably not selling anything.
All right.
So
thank you.
Look for this stock, but you need it to. The only safe place I can think is 220 if it tests with lighter volume, maybe a trade. Ideally, you want $1.25 out of this thing to go long term. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat time, in studio tomorrow. See you then.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page at TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.